Okay, we got the same exact word bank. The word bank is going to be the exact same on the test as well. And this is what the test questions are going to look like for at least one of them. So if we look at our setup, we have 4 points, so we know it's a quadrilateral. Best classification is again just coming from the word bank. It's what's the best name for this shape? Is it a square? Is it a rectangle? What family does it fall under? The justification, that's where you're going to argue. This is one of the best places. I think you guys are always great at arguing. So I'm excited to see what logical arguments you give me for this one. When you're graphing it out, again, the hardest part and the biggest issue I notice with you guys is not labeling. Make sure you label the points so that we can actually label the sides and give good reasons for the sides to exist. Like, are they parallel? Are they perpendicular? Are they the same length? With this shape, I'm kind of already seeing what family it might be in. I don't think it's parallelogram. I do not think that the parallelogram looks this wonky. I don't think it's a kite either. My first guess is that we have a trapezoid. Almost looks like an isosceles trapezoid, so it kind of looks like AB and CD might be the same length, but we're going to test that out with some slopes. So, got to cover this up for a second. Looking at the picture, I'm going to draw those big boxes all the way around just to kind of help me get that nice slope. You'll notice that side C to D, I can actually count right away. C to D just lines up nicely, so that one already has a height of 4. The slope would be undefined. So if we're listing out our slopes, I already know C to D, that one's undefined. For, let's see, for A to B, that one looks like it is up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, up 1 over 4. So up 1 over 4, nice and positive. B to C looks like it's a negative slope, as well as A to D looks like it's a negative slope. B to C's negative slope looks like it is down 3 over 4. A to D's slope looks much larger, but if you tracked it, you could go down 3 over 4. Down 3 over 4 in order to get that 6, 8 slope triangle. So we do have one set of parallel sides because the slopes are the same. So I'm going to add that in my justification. One set of parallel sides. And I want you to be specific with it. Again, being specific means that I'm going to say that BC is parallel to AD. Tell me which sides are parallel. Don't just tell me there's one set of parallel, tell me which ones they are. So with this one, we have one set of parallel sides. The other ones don't make a right angle. They are not the same slope. So I think this is going to be in the trapezoid family. If we look at the side lengths themselves, we can already kind of tell that the big guy, the 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared, is not going to match with B to C. You can solve it. It'll be very, very fast. I do want to know what those lengths are. I'm most curious about the question of, is A to B going to match C to D? So this is a question that I want to answer. Use whatever workspace you need. Luckily, C to D I already know is 4. I'm going to check and see the situation with A to B. A to B had up 1, so I'm going to do 1 squared over 4, so 4 squared. 1 squared is 1, 4 squared is 16. So I get 17 equals C squared. For A to B, it would be 4.1. So is 4.1 the same as 4? No. 4.1 is not the same as 4, so we do not have a set of congruent sides at all. We have one set of parallel sides. We have no congruent sides. The best name that I can think of for this is just a trapezoid. Thank goodness for slope, because it's really fast of a question. Once we use slope, we don't have a right trapezoid. We don't have an isosceles trapezoid. Slope tells me it is just one set of parallel sides, no congruent sides. Cool, but you have to double check. Sometimes, again, the sides might be congruent even if the slope triangles are different. So test them out, make sure they're all good. Okay, you're ready for homework. If you got questions, put them on It's Learning for me. We can also look at the beginning of next class.